Well, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, and I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. But I want to get this report to you, too, because I said I would. I love doing these things. I want to get them to people so they can take advantage of these programs. So what do you have here now? It's probably more than you ever wanted in your life about money programs and help to buy a house. And, I mean, I got hundreds of things here. There's almost 100 pages here. Probably about 200-300 programs and sources. And what it is really all the local programs, so in your city, your county, your state, and then federal programs. And also, I have all the stuff that's on the internet. See, there's new stuff going on the internet that people don't realize that you could use for buying houses, fixing up houses, or making extra money while you have a house, and all this kind of stuff. And that's the second video. The first is more than concentrate on the government programs and help. The government programs and help are also, my son is Christmas, and he's taking a picture of me working on Christmas Eve. I think the family hates me. Anyway, but what to do is go through the list I have here. Start with the local sources, and you'll see right there in your county and your city, you know, the highlights and the links are there. They'll show you what's available, down payment money, closing cost money. There's tons of stuff where you live. And then, you know, it's also in the state. The state level has money. I mean, here's one program. What I love about your state is there's a special program for people who are in debt with student loans and just out of college to buy a house. And that's why you can't dream up this stuff. You know, you don't know. This is why we're the question marks. So we don't know the questions to ask. How you guys are? Yeah, I'm looking for a program, you know, that I have a lot of student debt and I'm young to buy a house. Who the hell would I ask about that? But that's what's the kind of thing that's available. There's programs here that give you thousands of dollars really to buy a house that's abandoned, and then other fix-up money, so you could fix up this house and make money at it. So you can become a real estate investor with almost nothing in your pocket, and that's available. So go through the list, and what's interesting about the list too, I'm also showing you how to get other research that's available. There are organizations. Like if you need money to do anything, I'll show you a database and even a phone number to call. Like you need money for paying your down payment. You need money for paying your utility bills or something like that. Or you're just looking for expertise on something or daycare money or a new roof. Well, there's a database where you live that you can get all these things for free. See, if you use Google and try to find this stuff, it's people who are going to sell you stuff. Sure, the free things may be in there, but you'll literally get 100 million websites on your topic, and 99, 44, 100% are people want to sell you something because they know you're looking for help, and they're going to tell you that, hey, we'll solve your problem as long as you give them money. 211 shows you they'll solve your problem and do it for free because they're getting grant money. And it's the same, this is what this whole report is about, showing you alternatives. You know, instead of going to the bank and get a loan, or if you don't pay their outrageous, rates, and you don't pay on time, they'll come and break your kneecaps or something because they have to answer to Wall Street and investors and things like that. So all they're interested in money. What I'm showing you is organizations that are there as nonprofit organizations or government programs. They're there for a bigger reason. And a bigger cause to humanity. But see, they don't advertise, so people don't know about them. So that's what I'm trying to do, is show people about the things that are advertised because they're not getting money from you. They get the same paycheck whether you use them or not. And so that's why you have to do the work. Like, okay, right here, here's $10,000 to buy a vacant home in Baltimore. Or here, how to get $5,000 for closing costs and a cheap mortgage. $36,000 to buy a home near work. $36,000 somebody's going to give you to buy a house. Now, who would? That's why you can't think of asking about this stuff. New opportunities just to want to live in Baltimore. These are programs. I mean, dozens and dozens of programs. Free home repair. See, also the repair money is very important. Look, it's at the federal. It's at the state level. and at the county level and the city level, because if you're buying a house and it's not what you want, man, if someone's going to give you 10, 20,000 bucks to fix it up, then that's the house for you, because now you know about those money programs. So that's why, remember about those programs. If you're, how about free cell phone coverage? That's right. So all those kinds of things. I got things in here, free legal help. If you have a disability and you're trying to fix up your house to cater to your disability, the programs that are available for that. Now, the first thing you should do is get a housing counselor. They're free. I got a list here of all the ones in your city, and also in the federal sources, there's a main database. That's the first thing you want to do. So I think in dealing with all this stuff, do that first. Find the people you can sit down and get an overview of everything, because if you go on Google and look for this kind of help, you're going to get somebody's going to sell you something, because that's what they're in the business to do. You need unbiased information, so you have to make the right decisions, because people are so good in this country at selling you things. This is what we do good in America, is sell you stuff. People love to buy stuff in America. So everyone's so good at selling you something, and they're able to take you and make you and convince you that theirs is the best thing and solve all your problems. But you don't know your options. And that's the important thing in life, is understanding your options. So you have to know that there's a 0% interest loan. Not somebody saying, "Oh, I'll give you only 4%." Well, how do you know you don't have somebody 0%? You haven't looked. They'll show you data. Well, this is like the lowest one in the industry. Well, this is outside the industry, and 0%. That's the key, and that's why the only way we can make important decisions. And that's why I show you here how to use important things like your library, business development center. If you're trying to make money out of your doing a house or flipping houses, or even just working in a freelancer out of your home, there's organizations that will do all the accounting work for you for free, show you how to do that, legal help, anything you need. If you Google that, you're going to cost you hundreds and thousands of dollars. Or here, if you go to the library, they have a database of over 140,000 foundations that give out free grants. And you'll never find these anywhere else but your library, because none of these foundations have websites. Only about 5% of the foundations have websites. So no matter how good you are at searching, you're never going to find them. But you have to know that ahead of time. And you just know that. And here, to help make sure you use the free consulting services that will get you the, oops, somebody just turn off my light for a minute. And go through all the programs here in the state, very helpful. And we're going to come back, and I have another video that we'll do to show you how to use these website programs. And they're very important in our society, particularly if you want to flip houses, buy houses, you're looking for investors to help you do something, you want to make money out of your home because you have a home and stuff like that, how to get legal help for free, how to get, how to fight your insurance company or your bank or anybody that messes you over in life. You don't need attorneys to do that. And there's the kind of things that I'm going to cover in the second video. So digest this for a while, and then you'll come back and watch the other video.